holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
From the 50, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, that second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Gun.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's get off the field. 36. Check Nick. 8. Out. 8. Check 31.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
56 move. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Rodgers now to throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 26. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And it's 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
56, right there, 56. Check. Get 300. Right 56, Mike, 56.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Shift! Watch the shift! Running! Running! He's crazy! He's recon, 132 fighter!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers, that's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jay Sternberger, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Packers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Switch.
Great. 8.
On first down, Newton forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To the side. Like 80. 20. 42.
On second down, McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Step 1 in. Gun. Right to the 3. Switch it.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
The 11-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
By 56.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Adams has it, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
20.
Get wide. Back.
Gun.
Mike 4-2.
I'm coming. Check 50. Check 50.
Begin.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 30.
56 is the mic.
Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 56.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
That's it. 180.
Check pass. Check 24. Check 24.
Hey.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We taking wins home. Great.
Mike 51. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Hatchet.
Check 52. Express.
Check
8.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Check 30.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Jim. 26.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
All right, echo.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing again. Rodgers flushed out right. And it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
And again, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaq Thompson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to be Packer football.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
58.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr., had the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to flare up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, what? 50. 5.
56, Mike, 56. I'm coming after you.
Throwing is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Go.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's put him on the buses.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro. This
will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Kill.
20.
And that'll set them back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's go.
Crunch down, defense. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready.
Pretty quiet.
Switch. Hop up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, box drop.
56. Mike's 56. Come on, D.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Run. 56, by 56.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Hey, 88.
Check 3, check 3.
Get 300. Get 300. Line left.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's almost closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, exit.
56. Mike's 56. Cover. 56.
Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I'm going back to you.
Hey, 88.
56, by 56.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
What's up? 180.
What we got?
Great.
Check 3.
Check it.
This is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
56 to Mike. 56 is the
Now it's Rodgers. Jones has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
218, chop.
On 1st down, Rodgers looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I can't believe they let you play.
First down, Green Bay.
Bravo.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. It's going to be a long day.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Haywood.
54 is Mike. 54 is
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. They go back to the ground with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, second down. On second and 7, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, first down.
Mike 58.
It's 59. Mike to 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Bang, 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 bang.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, check 26. Hey, Delta.
Mike,
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Carolina, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they
Heartbeat, for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
Bring the bass bird. Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why we make it violent. Hey, cause he gave me patience. Hey, swear that all makes sense. Hey, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like